In the final decades of the first century, the Church stood at a fragile crossroads. The apostles were passing from this world, persecutions loomed under Roman rule, and young Christian communities struggled to remain united without the direct presence of those who had walked with Christ. In this uncertain moment, a quiet but powerful voice emerged from the heart of Rome, a man shaped by apostolic teaching and entrusted with preserving peace and order within the Church. His name was Clement of Rome, one of the earliest successors in the apostolic line of the Church of Rome, and one of the earliest witnesses to the living authority of the Church. Very little is known about Clement's early life, yet ancient tradition places him within the circle of those formed by the apostles themselves. He likely lived and served in Rome during the time of Saints Peter and Paul, living in Rome during their ministry and martyrdom. Clement belonged to a generation that stood between the apostles and the future church, a bridge between eyewitness faith and inherited tradition. His authority did not come from philosophical brilliance or public debate, but from his deep connection to the apostolic witness and his faithfulness to what had been handed down. Clement eventually became Bishop of Rome, traditionally regarded as the fourth pope. His leadership unfolded not through grand proclamations, but through pastoral wisdom and spiritual authority. At a time when communication was slow and dangerous, Clement took responsibility not only for the church in Rome, but for the unity of Christians beyond its walls. His role demonstrated that the church was already more than a collection of isolated communities. It was a living body, bound together by shared faith, order, and apostolic succession. Clement's most enduring legacy is his first letter to the Corinthians, written around the year 96 AD. When division erupted within the Church of Corinth, Clement intervened, not as a local observer, but as a shepherd concerned for the entire church. His letter urged humility, obedience, and respect for legitimate church leadership. Remarkably, the Corinthians received this letter with reverence, reading it publicly in their liturgy for generations. This moment stands as one of the earliest examples of Rome exercising moral and spiritual authority beyond its own community. Tradition holds that Clement eventually suffered martyrdom during persecution under Roman authority. Though details vary, he is remembered as a faithful witness who endured suffering rather than abandon Christ. His death sealed a life devoted not to fame or controversy, but to unity, obedience, and fidelity to apostolic truth. Clement's witness reminds us that quiet leadership, rooted in faith and humility, can shape the destiny of the church as powerfully as public debate or heroic martyrdom. Saint Clement of Rome stands at the foundation of Christian history as a guardian of unity. Before the age of formal theology, before philosophical defenses and systematic refutations, Clement showed that the Church survives through obedience, peace, and apostolic continuity. His life prepares the way for saints like Justin Martyr and Irenaeus, who would later defend the faith through reason and doctrine. Clement reminds us that truth must first be lived in love and unity before it is proclaimed to the world. Saint Clement of Rome did not stand alone. He belongs to a generation of early witnesses who carried the faith from the age of the Apostles into the life of the Church. Clement preserved apostolic order in Rome. Ignatius of Antioch bore witness through martyrdom. Polycarp, formed by the Apostle John, faithfully transmitted what he had received. And Irenaeus, disciple of Polycarp, defended the truth against error. Though formed by different apostles, they proclaimed the same gospel, one faith, one church, handed down across generations. Saint Clement of Rome teaches us that unity is not weakness, but strength. Obedience is not silence, but faithfulness. In a divided world, his voice still speaks, calling the Church to peace, order, and unwavering trust in the apostolic faith handed down from the beginning. If you are inspired by the videos of Echoes of the Saints, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing, so together we may help the witness of the saints reach hearts around the world. Thank you for watching. May the witness of the saints strengthen your faith.